What's up, guys? My name is ManSquash924. Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga, part I think 14. We're gonna retry. Let's go back to the main road. Is what we're gonna do. Order the caravan back around and head back to the main road before any more casualties are had. At least the Dredge may think twice about following too closely. I mean, to be fair, at least I got experience. I need more supplies desperately here. Hopefully we can acquire that for ourselves. People are pissed. Morale is bad. Harsh words from one mother to another draw attention of an entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragnar with no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The assaulted mother bares her teeth ready to attack. Explain yourselves. Ragnar chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says, but this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward to the first woman, Perez wildly shouted, Liar! The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Well, they better relax. Alright, we made it with 3 supplies to spare. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and the sightings of Dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children. You know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. You can join us if you want. You welcome anyone who wishes to join the caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their own homes and see things through. You wish them luck. That's great and all. Let's go to the market. I need supplies desperately. I might just have to go and use all my renown just for that. And I will. I don't care. I don't have a choice. Don't talk much, do you? You approach the massive green-clad Varro who is sitting quietly by himself eating bread. So? Just want to know anyone who can cleave a Dredge in two like that a little better. I'm Murik. Want to know? What to know? Uben asked me to chop a Dredge in two, I chop him. Travel with Uben for long? Yes, long time. When I was young, I fight for another Varro. It did not work out. But I learned to swing a sword. Uben pays well, gives him plenty of things to kill. To be honest, maybe too many things these days. You like the sword, huh? No, I love this sword. Given to me by my old Scrymir himself. When I started working for Uben, he says, I protect the king's collection, I protect the king. Gonna make some expression somewhere between pain and frustration. I couldn't save it, though. He makes a hand motion like an object falling from a tall height and exploding. Mattered a lot at the time. I think it doesn't matter now. Scrymir is dead anyway. I'll let you finish your meal. Want to be friends with Guno Fruk? He pops the last hunk of bread into his mouth. Keep food in cart. Yeah, I hear ya. All these damn injuries, dude. Everybody's healed from that, at least now. Which is great. I wish I had more stuff, but whatever. I had to spend 3 days here to get the morale up and get healed up. People just weren't getting healed. Which isn't ideal. Look at that! Shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch Dredge pulling into the village you just passed. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alette, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of Dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch, the Dredge in front falls over, then one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Oddleaf, who you recall deftly shooting at Snow Rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another Dredge topples. That's incredible, says Oddleaf, squinting. But we should get out of here. Hold on, let her do a few more. The next shot bounces off a Dredge's armor, but the one after that doesn't. And the Colossus falls to a knee, and another Dredge goes down before you get moving again. Why don't you come along next time you want to try out that bow? You tell Nid, who nods with a smile on her face. So, we got ourselves a new arrow person. A new archer. That's good. A mother screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. Her mother screams flood the caravan. Oh, okay. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder over a marriage? In these times, something must be done. Let's investigate first. Healer joins you in inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits that she had always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Okay. That's fucked up, but whatever. We're going to that little thingy up there? Yep. Good place. It's gonna connect. Watch it connect. Ooh, it connects. God's Throne of Thunder. This is around you. The frozen climate here looks like a rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you pass through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to notice the same thing, with all the snow around it. With all the snow around, the Dredge might not even be able to find us. Let's inspect it in one. Along each strand of Dunder's massive beard is connected to the end of his sword. You turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Blue Mother was the first to call you, she soon found a counterpart in Thunder, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Thunder took some of her creations, gave them beards, and showed them the secrets of smithing. And many remember him just as fondly for teaching him games and songs of birds. After a short break, you get the people back on their feet. If the weather changes, we may suddenly find ourselves freezing to death up here. So there's some wisdom in your words, so the caravan continues on. Cool place, though. Boxstore. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple of wagons, pretend you never stopped here. How about you leave what you've got instead? The counteroffer takes the leader by surprise for a moment. We don't have time for this nonsense. Hisses Oddleaf, losing an arrow before anyone can react, and the brigand leader falls over in a spray of blood. Something sinister in the way of Krumer laughs about this in turn of events, convinces the rest of the brigands to give up their errand and beat a hasty retreat. "I like your girl, Rook," he says, to which Oddleaf gives him a dirty look. I kind of wanted to fight, but whatever. In the distance, Hawksthorpe smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see black figures shambling through it. "That looks like a dead town," remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. "There's usually survivors," Oddleif reminds you. "We'll check it out. Might find something." "I hope others will do the same for me. Dredge is nothing we haven't faced. Dredge is nothing we haven't faced before," Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. "Besides, it might throw a Bellower off a scent a bit." You head a day's march out towards Hawksthorpe. Great, it's taking a day to be here, but whatever. As soon as you step foot in the small town, you think you made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the Dredge are upon you, as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I need the experience. Oh yeah, Nid's here. Look at that. Nice. So we got a new party member. What do I want to remove? I kind of want to get rid of you. This party actually is not bad for what we got going on, is the thing. I actually don't mind this party. Right now. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. I'll move you down there. Okay. That's fine. I gotta get rid of this fucking armor that this guy has. There we go. That works out. I'm actually gonna move way up here. Kill this guy. Sweet. He's killing him. I'm actually gonna get him out of there. Nice crit. Worked out. Ten renown, I'll take it. This town is nothing but ghosts, and now covered in more dredged bodies too. Remarkably, as you're about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market stall with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing was wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. Okay, so there's a market here, that means. I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Nid. You're Rook, I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly? I never even tried before Hardleaf made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Hardleaf's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I wanted to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems. Sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skroger. I know most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostfeller. But we're driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I'm sorry. Ekil's men killed my husband. Now, Ekil is traveling with us. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons and I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow into something. She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. Alright, what's at the market? I mean, yeah, I'll take your food. It's mine now. Heroes. Yeah, there's promotions to be had, but nothing I can do. Oh well. We can rest for a singular day, I guess, and then we'll leave. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Ahead you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulder and says, "Gods be damned, this is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these support wagons is yours. Back away from these people or die." The man turns completely towards you, shaking his head. "That feeling to be that tight?" Is all he says before the brigands rush you. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna kill some people. I want to kill some people. That's what I want to do. That does not make me a murderer. I just want to kill people, okay? Yeah, and I guess I'll use this crew. Nah, I guess this is fine where everybody is. Alright. So you're almost dead. That's a good start. Who goes next? You do. What's he doing? I'm just gonna take you out. He may have resisted, he still died. Yikes. So far we're looking pretty fine. You go next. I'm just gonna get him out of there, I think. Be doing. Yep. I was gonna say good luck, you're not gonna do jack shit. Nice dodge. Huge. Huge. Kind of should be getting killed, but it's okay. I mean, I'll take it. Well, the brigands either fallen or fled, the peasants they left behind thank you for profusely. It is true what he said, one tells you. We took the food and left. May God have mercy on me. I let them die. They hesitantly join your caravan. More supplies, I'll take it. Need the supplies, frankly. Ooh. More of those statue thingies. The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge. Looks on as one of the caravans takes his much needed rest. However, shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you. The Wyvern tells you some of the Menders have deciphered them. It's how the Menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contains more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Ivan doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. As you're ready to depart, you hear screams from the near main godstone. The same boys so curious about the dead dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. The chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past the gasps. Stop! Shouts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it! On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That Dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these Dredge the whole way. Why are women and children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading. They're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the Dredge are running from it, just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew. Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Thunder during the Second Great War. We called it Race. Every time we build our defense, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Var, and stumbled upon Rays deep in a snowstorm. Alone, she was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. The son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed a Thunder. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Val wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left. Walked until I ended up in Skoga. But no one knew what I had done. My sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time, nobody waits. Nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small singing creature screaming before you. You plead a strong argument against taking the child of your enemies with you, pointing out that the Bellower is still bearing down on you even now. The debate reaches a fever pitch before one of the Varl in the cavern walks forward and ends the thing's life. Pity for the Dredge, he scoffs, shaking his head. You return to travel and put the whole episode behind you. Okay. Let's make camp for a minute. And I want to take 1 day's rest. Trevigi's still injured, unfortunately. But I think with that, that's also probably a good spot for us to end today's episode of the Banner Saga. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think of today's episode. If you're new to my channel or have been watching me for a little while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. On the next episode, we're traveling as we have been traveling, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.